Joining me in conversation is a former India captain who is currently the mentor of the Rajasthan Royals cricket team. Today he is not just talking about youth power in the Royals team but also women empowerment. Thank you very much for talking to us, Rahul. 6 out of 11 has been an incredible journey for the Rajasthan Royals team, and many say that it is because of you, your calming influence on the team and the way you have handled the team. What magic mantra have you been giving to the boys?
Well, I think firstly it's not really about me. I think I think this most important thing is the players. I think the players are the ones who are the ones who do the difficult job on the field, and they're the ones who get the wins and stack up the points. So they're the ones who should really be given the credit for the way we've played this season. For most parts of it, we've had our ups and downs, as you would expect in the IPL, but we find ourselves well placed with a lot of work still to be done. Also, I think I've been fortunate and lucky as well to work with with a very good group of support staff. Whether it's been Paddy Upton, Zubin Bharucha, Monty Desai, and some good management people around. Have made the job a lot easier for me. And we have a pretty relaxed and an easy environment. There's not a lot of pressure. We just try and create an environment where people feel they can come here and express themselves and enjoy themselves, and hopefully then the results will follow. And like I said earlier, sometimes they have and sometimes they haven't, but we just prepare well and go on to the next game.
Rahul, I've been talking to a lot of young players in the Rajasthan Royals team like Deepak Hooda, like Ajinkya Rahane, and all of them owe their success to you, and they say that they have a very well defined role, and that's what you have done for them.
I think one of the things that is really important for us at Rajasthan Royals, and I think we realize that very, very quickly, is because we are, I guess, a team that doesn't have a lot of we do have international players and international stars, but as you can see, the majority of our team is made up of young, exciting, young Indian stars, or who we call stars, but young, exciting talent who probably not yet played for India, or who are on the verge of playing for India, or just played a few games for India. And we do realize that if we want to succeed as a team and compete against some of the bigger teams, or the teams which have obviously a lot more resources, that we are going to have to get the best out of these young players, and we are going to have to give them roles and responsibilities, and give them an opportunity to actually fulfill those roles and responsibilities. And I think that's the kind of freedom that we like to give. I mean, I think we're never expecting. We're not expecting big performances from our superstars, but we're actually empowering a lot of our young people to say that you can go out and win games for us. So whether it was Sanju Samson played almost a match-winning knock the other day against Mumbai Indians, whether it was Karun Nair in the last game, whether it's Deepak Hooda in the early part of the season, whether even Ajinkya Rahane, who's been an orange cap holder. I think the nice thing about the Rajasthan Royals is that the success has not been built around one or two names, but it's been a collective, and everyone's contributed to that success, and we know that's very important.
Rahul, when you started out in T20 cricket, no one really gave you a chance, but in 2013 you proved them wrong, and even with this success that Rajasthan Royals has had, your contribution has been immense. Could you talk us through your transformation from a test player to a T20 player and now a mentor with the Rajasthan Royals team?
Well, I think we were all learning T20 when we first came in 2008. There weren't, I think, as you would rightly, I think, and you mentioned it, is my game was not necessarily suited, for T20 cricket. It was more a test cricketer's game, T20 sort of came really at the fag end of my career. Sort of, I definitely at the twilight of my career, when I had to play sort of T20 cricket, and I had to learn about playing T20 cricket. And it took a little bit of time for me to adjust and learn how to play it. But look, I think one of the things I did realize in T20 cricket is that everyone is going to have different skills in a team, and you can actually play your role in a side as long as you are clear about what you're doing and what role you're expected to play in the team. So, I mean, obviously my role was never going to be someone who was a big six hitter, or someone who was going to be able to dominate in the middle overs and hit a lot of sixes like, say, a Kieron Pollard does or a Chris Gayle does. But I had a specific role at RR, which was to see off the new ball and protect the a young middle order that we had, and set a platform for other people to come in and play their role with freedom. So I think there's a role for a lot of people in T20 cricket, as we're seeing even in this IPL, that you can have different people and they can have success as long as you can find the right role for them.
Well, Rahul, like Shane Warne, you also like to pick players with X factor, but the message that has gone out from your franchise is that play the Ranji Trophy cricket well to be selected for IPL franchises. Isn't these two contradictory, Ranji Trophy cricket and then being picked for IPL franchises?
Well, when I said that you look at Ranji players, I think what you're looking for is temperament. You're looking for someone with desire and hunger and an ability to learn and adapt, which is that I think doesn't change whether you're playing Ranji Trophy cricket or whether you're playing T20 cricket. I think you need to have these basic qualities of learning how to handle pressure, handle situations, have a hunger, have a desire, be able to adapt in various situations. So I think when we look at performances in Ranji Trophy and guys who do well in Ranji Trophy as well, you realize that not all of them are suited for T20 cricket, but you look at some of them and you realize that you're looking for these qualities apart from skills as well. So you're looking for the skills, but you also want to see these qualities, and these qualities, like I said, are common in any form of the game, whether it's Ranji Trophy or whether it's T20 skills as well.
Well, Rahul, Sachin, Saurav and your names are being discussed in the BCCI circles to come on board in the advisory role. As and when you decide to take on this role, what is that one change you would like to bring about in Indian cricket?
Rika, I've just heard this from the media as well myself, so I have not really thought about it and I've not really given it any thought. And if it does come to fruition, I'll actually cross the bridge when I get to it. Actually, I've just been quite busy with the IPL and I've had no time to think about it.
Well, Rahul, since you're talking about women empowerment today, I have to ask you this question. Does Sania Mirza and Saina Nehwal becoming number one serve as a springboard for young Indian girls to take sports as a serious career option?
I think both of them, Saina and Sania have been incredible, I think role models for not only girls but for, I think for all Indians. I think that this shows that if you are, willing to make the sacrifices, if you're willing to work hard, if you're willing to be single-minded in anything you want to achieve, I think you can achieve great amount of success. And I think that's really the message. It's not necessarily about them motivating, girls. I think they are as much, motivators for my two young boys as they are for in this country. So I think I think it's a great lesson that if you are willing to work hard and you're willing to make the sacrifices, and I know both of them have made plenty of them, that you can achieve success. And it's possible that in spite of the odds that you face in India, in spite of the advantages that say maybe especially in their sports that maybe sportsmen from other in other countries might have had, they've been able to overcome those adversities and still end up being number one in their sort of respected field. So I think that's for me is really exciting, and that's going to be a huge sort of motivation and an inspiration to so many young Indian boys and girls, or elderly Indian men and women for that matter.
Thank you very much, Rahul, for talking to us, and all the best for the rest of the season. That was Rajasthan Royals mentor Rahul Dravid talking to us about Royals' incredible run in the 2015 season. More news and updates coming up on the other side of the break. Keep watching NDTV 24/7.